Hey everyone, Jenny B here. Tonight I'm going to give you my review of a production I watched at the Princess Theatre on Friday the 13th of December. It was the pantomime Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Obviously this works on the classic Disney story of Princess Snow White, who is obviously held back by her evil queen stepmother, and obviously you have the magic mirror in play where they obviously tell the evil queen that she is not the fairest in the land, and obviously the queen plots to have Snow White taken care of, and obviously when that's discovered, Snow White runs away into the woods and goes and lives with the Seven Dwarfs up to the point where the queen tries to chase her down and take care of her again, fails, and obviously there's a happy ending obviously where the Princess Snow White even and the prince come together and live happily ever after. So obviously this is the pantomime version, so you obviously get your usual laughs and your usual jokes. I really did enjoy it to the point where most of the content that was said was quite topical to today. It wasn't using old things. It was talking about obviously recent election results as well as other things. It used music-wise, used very up-to-date songs. One of the good ones I quite liked was Darude. Sandstorm was used in it, where they had ballet dancing, and it kind of worked in a way, not completely, but I could see how certain movements would work together in that particular setting, and it was really good how but it wasn't just up-to-date music, it was also some old stuff like a Foreigner, Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore, and obviously Oh What a Night as well, so proper disco. It was a nice range, so from clubbing to disco to love songs, it had a really nice range, and everyone actually got a chance to sing something at least. My absolute favourite bit was a bit where they did the 12 Days of Christmas, and we obviously all had to sing along with it, and it absolutely got ridiculously funny because I think some of that was not planned. It was just great how basically there was these 5 toilet rolls and they flew out into the audience and everyone just chucking them all around, and the way the actors on stage were full on getting on with that and joining in with us while still singing the song was absolutely brilliant. So very well done to you all on that one. I think that was my favourite bit of the entire show for the evening. So we'll go over some of the characters. So we will start with naturally Princess Snow White and also Sarah Spoilett. Now, Princess Snow White is played by Charlotte Dachia and Sarah Spoilett played by Phil Randall. Phil Randall was actually very good. I enjoyed him. He was quite funny. We obviously had a bit of interaction with him. We obviously had to basically stop him from eating sweeties. He obviously interacted with the audience very well, threw sweets out into the audience, which the kids absolutely loved, and was quite good at the costume changes and wore them really well. So very well done on that one for Phil there. So well done. Snow White. She was lovely, had a nice voice, not quite what I'd expect to be in a princess, but she did some beautiful movements. She could tap dance and some ballet. She did some really nice movements in there. But other than that, she was nice to watch too. So I enjoyed her as well. I won't mention the Seven Dwarfs because obviously there's 7 of them, but they were all great. I feel like their role was a lot smaller than I anticipated. I expected them to do a bit more. They were lovely to have in. They were sweet. They were kind. They were, and obviously then grouchy. Obviously, it wasn't what I expected out of that. I expected the dwarfs to have a bit more of a role. They played it wonderfully though. They did their whole xylophone style movement where they all bash into each other and fall apart. It was really good, really good. The one who was in the 12 Days of Christmas was Dozy, played by Imogen Reed, and it was hilarious when she was trying to stop the huntsman. She actually used his real name and realised, and the shock and look on her face was just absolutely brilliant. So I really enjoyed watching that with them. But they were all really good to watch. They were lovely, but I just wish their role was a bit bigger for the production. I feel like they could have done a lot more and added a lot more to the story. So also we have Queen Malvella and Muddles, so played by Helen Kent, the Queen, and Carl Jones, who was Muddles. Now obviously Muddles is the one that keeps interacting with the audience and gives us all the jokes, all the laughs, and it was really good how they pulled people up, like 2 kids onto the stage. I cannot believe they used a song that I know called Raining Tacos, and I only know it because of Roblox. and obviously my son plays it, so that's the only reason why I know that song. And I was just like, when I heard it, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it. But it was good to watch. It was very, very good to watch. I really enjoyed Muddles. I think he is my favourite character, naturally, I believe, of the entire production. And the Queen, though, she was great evil laugh, very high pitched in places. She did the evil granny very well, and she was a joy to watch. I think she was very, very good as well, so that was something to really enjoy also. Now, moving on, so naturally we want to know who the prince and the huntsman were. So we have our very own Luke Friend played Prince Valentine, and Marcus Patrick, known from Hollyoaks as Ben Davis, was the huntsman Goodhart. I was surprised actually as well, Luke, or Prince Valentine, wasn't in it as much, but when he was engaged in it, and it was great. I could actually see him break character a few times, which is fine because it's great. It's a pantomime, it's supposed to be fun, and I believe a pantomime should be a relaxed performance to an extent where they can actually laugh at themselves, at what their characters are doing. Some of the jokes that was aimed at Luke was quite funny, with Muddles doing, obviously taking the Mickey out of him for X Factor and things like that, but it was done really well, and Luke held character as much as possible. Even when they made mistakes, even Luke said prince instead of princess, and he went, oh wait a minute, princess, and then, you know, like, it was really good. It was the same with the huntsman, Marcus Patrick. He did the 12 Days of Christmas, so did Luke, and they were brilliant together in that. And obviously it was just really good how he would be a proper suave, good looking huntsman naturally. For the performance, and it was and even then he broke character sometimes, and he realized, like, wait a minute, is that right? Oh yeah, okay, never mind, carry on. It was really good. They were very, very good, played their roles really well, and it worked quite nicely. Other than that, it was a nice performance. The kids absolutely loved it. My son was just jumping up and down in his seat all night. He absolutely loved it. He would clap along, he would do all the movements, so I was quite nice and pleased to see that. I like that my son has seen a pantomime. That's his first ever pantomime, and I'm glad it was kind of Snow White with someone who was from down here, or well, and has obviously made it in some way in the industries, to show, you know, people from down here can do it, and it's great to see. Other than that, it was a nice production. I definitely recommend to take your children along to it for the remainder of the run that it's here for, and definitely grab some sweets. Sit near the front if you can. The kids were absolutely running down the aisles as well when it came to 12 Days of Christmas performance, so they were absolutely loving it. It was so good. The dancers were brilliant. One guy, I believe he's called Neil Cregan, or Cregan, apologies if that's wrong. He actually break danced, and he was brilliant, and he even did a backflip. It was fantastic. So brilliant choreography from that as well, so well done on that one. It was great movements from them. I enjoyed them. The kids were really cute that were on stage, all matching dresses at the times, and get them dressed as little bunnies running around the stage. It was really sweet to see. But yeah, definitely take your kids along, especially if anything, the programme was quite jam-packed. You obviously know about the characters, but there was a lot of activities for the kids to do, which is nice for a programme. I remember going to a pantomime when I was a kid, and there wasn't anything to do other than watch the show. So knowing that there was something like that was really nice. All the kids had flashing lights as well. We even had to use our phones for flashing lights. It was a wonderful thing to do, and really involved with the audience. And obviously Muddles was brilliant, my favourite character of the evening. And other than that, I am just going to say thank you to the Princess Theatre for allowing me to do a year's worth of reviews of various shows, and I really look forward to 2020, and I hope you guys continue to watch as well. Other than that, that's enough from me, and I'll talk to you later.